President Obama in England today, after returning from Saudi Arabia amidst tensions over that bill that would allow families of 9/11 victims to sue the government of Saudi Arabia. The bill stems from those 28 pages we've told you about, a portion of the 9/11 Commission's report on the terror attack that has been sealed. Some lawmakers believe those pages contain info linking the Saudi government to the attacks, while others say the information is merely speculative. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has threatened to sell more than $750 billion worth of U.S. assets to threaten the U.S. economy. For more on this now, let's welcome in Bernie Kerik, former NYPD commissioner and author of the book From Jailer to Jailed. Bernie, great to see you again.
Thanks, guys.
I read your new article that you have out now where you're talking and you're calling for these 28 pages to be released despite Saudi Arabia's threat. In the article, and I'm quoting you here, you say specifically, the American people and the rest of the world deserve answers as to who was responsible for the attacks on 9/11, and those responsible should be held accountable. If that involves a lawsuit in federal or international court, so be it. So this is what you say.
Well, listen, I think you have to look at the facts as they are, and there are members of Congress in the Intelligence Committee, there are members of the 9/11 Commission that strongly believe that there's information in those 28 pages that would give some evidence that Saudi Arabia in some way was culpable. And if that's the case, you know, this just is, it's just not about the families of the victims of 9/11. This could have worldwide ramifications in legal issues, lawsuits, countries that would go after Saudi Arabia. And, you know, this whole extortion plot, you know, we're going to sell off your $750 billion in treasuries if you don't do what we say. To me, that's nothing but economic terrorism, right? Because they believe that, you know, that's going to cripple our country, and we shouldn't cower to it.
Right. You also, you talked about this just a moment ago, but you mentioned in the article as well, the impact that this could have on Saudi Arabia if this information were to get out. Iran probably rooting for this to happen, and other places as well. Could Saudi Arabia, or the House of Saud, really the Saudi government, the royal family, survive if this information is to get out? They're under immense pressure as it is.
No, honestly, I think there's a good chance that it could topple the House of Saud. And I was thinking earlier, you know, a lot of people have questioned President Obama's legacy in how he has dealt with the Muslim community. I was thinking, you know, what if he releases these documents? What if he declassifies them and the House of Saud really crumbles to some extent? What a legacy he would have. But at the end of the day, I think time will tell. But I think the American people and the rest of the world, think of the trillions upon trillions of dollars that was spent worldwide as a result of what happened on 9/11 in the United States.
Not just the money, but the lives as well. Bernard Kerik, great insight in this article. And, you know, you hear the pressure mounting. Do you think, yes or no answer, that these pages will be released before President Obama is out of office?
I would hope so. I would hope so. And I think the American people deserve it. They need to know, and whoever was responsible should be held accountable.
All right. Bernard Kerik, thanks so much for being with us today. As always,
thanks,
great
guys.
to talk to you.